This is the Nightwolf howling at you, and today we're going to be taking a look at the G.I. Joe Classified Series Shipwreck. Real name Hector X Delgado. He was originally a sailor in the Navy and eventually, at least in the comics continuity, became a Navy SEAL. In the animated series, Shipwreck attempted to be a womanizer and would often hit on CoverGirl until he met a woman by the name of Mara, who was an agent for Cobra and one of the early genetic experiments that they had tried. In the case of Mara, she was supposed to be an amphibious type of modification, but she actually only was able to breathe underwater. Uh, she appeared, I think, in 3 episodes total. I do kind of hope that they make a figure for her in the Classified series. Anyway, we've got some nice little artwork on the side, product shot on the back, and we of course get Polly, which would have been kind of nice if they'd given us 2 versions of her with also with her wings out. Here we have Shipwreck in the cardboard sleeve. You know, I may make fun of some of the plastic-free packaging, but I do actually kind of prefer these to the plastic tabby things. All right, let's take a look at the Shipwreck figure. First off, Bro's got a lot of chest hair showing there, or really bad acne. He's got some tattoos on his biceps. Or forearms. We got the kind of standard Navy issued sailing uniform. Don't know if they still use this version or not. They actually have a distressed look to them on the thighs here. His hat comes off. There's supposed to be replacement hair inside because rather than give us extra heads that we can swap out with other figures, Hasbro decided to just give us hair pieces. All right, so he's got the butterfly joint at the shoulder, the standard up and down. His arm can spin around. We've got the bicep swivel, a double jointed elbow, hand can spin. He's got the up and down joint instead of the in and out. We have an ab crunch. He can headbang. We've got the ball joint at the waist. We got the drop down hips for posability. Thigh swivel. Double jointed knee. We've got a shoe cut. Let's take a look at his accessories. The most important accessory is Polly. And Polly apparently has a peg leg. I did not realize that. I wonder... is that actually... That is so weird. He's got his flintlock pistol, like a pirate. It's got some pretty good details on it. Here is that extra hair piece. So if we want to swap it out, that is like some glamour shot hairdo there for that guy, man. He went from being like the manly military type to being like the heartthrob. Guess CoverGirl might actually swoon. Along with the flintlock, we do actually have a more standard pistol, which would go in his thigh holster. We have this little bit of rope that goes across his torso. If I can get it on. Maybe I should have taken the hair off. And there goes the hair. Polly's peg leg apparently will pop into the rope. I mean, obviously, that's part of the reason for the peg leg is to allow it to have a spot to sit on Shipwreck, but still, that's just kind of weird. The flintlock pistol can fit in the holster on his belt, and he comes with a grappling hook, which, or an anchor, I guess, go either way on that one, huh? Which can hang off of here, off his belt, or I noticed there is also a hook on the rope, which is actually probably the better spot to put that on, to be honest. Unlike most of the other Joes that I've picked up recently, he does not actually have a backpack. Probably because they spent the money on the peg leg parrot to perch on his shoulder. No, overall, I do like the look of Shipwreck. I think he's a rather nice looking figure. If you've ever watched the G.I. Joe animated series from the 80s, he's also got one of the more notable personalities. One of the best episodes with him in it, though, is called the MacGuffin device. If you know what a MacGuffin is, it's just some item that the story, that the characters in a story need to find for whatever reason. It's just a random item, usually. And the MacGuffin device episode is just hilarious. It also shows how much he does not get along with a number of the other Joes. But let's go ahead and actually have him. It's a little bit too bad that this, with a little loop here on the end of the flintlock, isn't actually big enough to go around his wrist. Because I would think that the main reason why that's on there like that would be so that, since he's on the seas, that it doesn't fall into the water while he's using it if something happens. What? Polly want a cracker. Polly want a cracker. Shut up, Polly. Now where's CoverGirl? So I'm not really sure why they gave us the anchor here. It just, I believe the figure from the 80s came with some weird couple like weighted doodads on an actual string, which they didn't give us for this one. Because let's be honest, for the most part, the G.I. Joe Classified series doesn't give us the soft goods like Masterverse has been doing. I really like the Polly sits on there, but still, it just kind of seemed kind of funny that Polly's got the peg leg. I honestly think that I kind of prefer I prefer the heartthrob hairdo on him, to be perfectly honest with you. Oh my, you are a big man. I think I would like to go out with you. Wonderful. I'll be happy to take you out to dinner and maybe some other things. That's perfect. And you know what? You're much handsomer than the short guy who asked me out previously. Hey, was that really necessary? Go away, shorty. Sorry, Tunnel Rat. Anyway, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this brief glimpse into the G.I. Joe classified series Shipwreck. Please feel free to like, comment, and subscribe. Peace and love.